I'm Nick Schendzielos. I play bass for Job for Cowboy. I also play with a band called Cephalic Carnage. Like anything in life, when you have like that balance, or when you have two situations, night and day, touring, not touring, one band, the other band, you get that contrast, and that contrast really makes you appreciate each individual band, because being in a band is kind of like, having a marriage almost or something, where you have this relationship with these 4 or 5 other people. You spend all this time with them, very, very close proximity, and you get to really, really know who people are and their habits and that kind of stuff. And with having 2 really cool bands like that, and they're both really awesome bands and really awesome dudes, and I can't when I'm doing with one, I'm always like, oh, I miss the other guys too, and so working out the scheduling is kind of tough, but I love it. I love doing both of them, and I can't say that I don't feel lucky to at least have the opportunity to, kind of have multiple different avenues to express yourself differently in. I was talking with a friend of mine and talking about the relevancy of metal in today's world, and if you look at it, it's almost more relevant than it ever has been and bigger than it ever has been. Because of things like the internet and maybe just an overall kind of vibe of the planet having this kind of turmoil constantly going on. Maybe it's the same old turmoil that was always been there, but we're just hyper aware of it now because we have instantaneous, when something happens in Kabul or when something happens anywhere, we know in seconds, 25 seconds, 30 seconds later, all across the world, what happened. And so I feel like maybe people are more, kind of hyper aware or conscious of the struggle, the turmoil in the world, and that, kind of feeds into a release, the cathartic release of a metal show, or listening to metal, or working a job you don't really like, and if you can listen to music at the job, people listen to metal, it gets you through it, or you can listen to it when you get out of it, like, God, I hate that job, and then thrash out in your car or something, So I feel like with, for example, to bring up Meshuggah again, landing in the not even just the top 40, but the top 20, that's what sends the message to the rest of the world, and to concert promoters, to venues, to every aspect of entertainment, of music entertainment, is kind of cued by that still. So there's not really a good way to show people how many records have been downloaded illegally. So even though that does help and support, and if that's what all you can do is download it illegally and share it with your friends and spread the message, that's fine too. But if you can help, and pick up an iTunes record, the stuff's getting cheap on there too. You can pick up stuff for like $7, $8 for records, and if they can, that's a way to send a message to the rest of the world. Hey, this is real, this is legitimate, and this is something we want to stick around and play nice venues, and have it be a part of entertainment in society. There's no real rock starisms anymore out there. Like, there's the expenses are equal to what the bands get paid and stuff. So the only way we were able to really keep bills paid at home and keep life going is through like merch sales and stuff. So picking up a t-shirt of the band, it's not only cool because it's a good looking shirt, it's good merch, you have to wear clothes in society these days, they say, and support your band's stuff, and then that in turn supports the band. The past week I've been listening to the new BT BAM, which I don't think I'm supposed to have right now. Maybe it's not the new BT BAM, but it is. That's awesome. That's gonna be really, really cool. Really dig that. And to be honest, when you hang out at festivals all day, especially something like a Summer Slaughter tour where there's 8 to 10 bands, sometimes another stage with another 8 to 10 bands, it's a lot of metal. So I counterbalance it out. I listen to like 07 and Air and Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins, shit like that, Genesis. Screw it. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. It's how I got into it. It was the Black Album. I had somebody show me the Black Album. And because I was coming from the grunge stuff. I was like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, STP, all that kind of stuff. And then somebody showed me Metallica Black Album, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I went back and got Injustice, and then I went back and got Master, and then so I went from Metallica to Pantera, natural progression there from Pantera into then I started getting finally into Meshuggah and Dillinger and Cephalic, like that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a funny path that you take, I love Journey. Yeah, I used to sing in a cover band back at home to make money too. I would do some Don't Stop.
By the